Yeah, Kim, this is pretty much a worst case scenario when it comes to the magnitude of the storm system approaching landfall and, of course, and making landfall in the last hour at its strongest point, 260 kilometers per hour. The storm system goes in the books as among the strongest storms you'll ever see make landfall across this region of the Philippines, and still producing wind gusts north of 300 kilometers per hour. Ciargo Islands, that's the area that made landfall here in the last hour. Population there is about 200,000 people, but the concern is as you go a little bit towards the west, where a second landfall is expected here near the Dinagat Islands, population there stays around 100,000 people. Beyond that, Cebu City to the west, population there, almost 1 million people. In this storm system, essentially in a beeline course here, going towards the west across some of these very densely populated islands in the initial phases, and it's essentially the strongest points that is left of this storm system, and that's the biggest concern here. Storm surge threat as much as 3 meters, rainfall amounts as much as a half a meter possible, and the incredible nature as to where this storm system really intensified in the past 24 hours is one for the books here. About 120 kilometers per hour sustained winds. About this time yesterday, it has increased 140 kilometers per hour to undergo extreme rapid intensification to where it sits now as a Category 5 equivalent. Again, an incredible turn of events, and we know based on just the damage multiplier of storms, because that Category 3, 4, 5 equivalent is not just a one scale increase in damage. Because of that logarithmic approach of these categories, that's about a 400-time increase in damage potential in some of these communities versus where the initial forecasts were maybe this time yesterday, where we thought this could just be a Category 3. And of course, with these very, very conducive conditions, the storm system still has plenty of fuel to work with. Some weakening is expected within the next 24 hours, but you'll notice stays near that super typhoon strength of about 240 kph in the next 12 hours, and then finally see some weakening here as we go in towards the latter portion of this week. But this is really going to be a dangerous situation the next couple of days, Kim.